going retrograde with Venus and Mars. Hey there, stargazers. I'm Dean Regas, astronomer for the Cincinnati Observatory.
And I'm James Alberry, director of the Kika Silva Plot Planetarium in Gainesville, Florida. We're here to help you find your way around the sky tonight.
The ancients called the planets wandering stars because they moved across the static background stars.
And you can find 4 planets at night: Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. And 2 of them are wandering like crazy right now.
Let's show you Venus and Mars. Okay, we have our sky set to Friday, April 6th at 9 p.m. facing west. There you'll find 2 really bright star-like objects. The one lower in the sky and slightly dimmer is the giant planet Jupiter.
Make sure you catch Jupiter just as darkness falls because it will be setting fast. Now, let's move the sky forward to 10 p.m. Notice how the stars all shifted down to the west. Jupiter is now just barely above the horizon.
About 20 degrees above Jupiter, you'll find the brightest planet visible from Earth, dazzling Venus. And this is prime Venus viewing season because Venus just passed its greatest elongation from the Sun.
This means that the Sun and Venus seem farthest apart, separated by 46 degrees in the night sky. So, long after the Sun sets, we can still see Venus blazing away in the west.
As Venus orbits the Sun, it will appear to move across the much farther background stars. When it passes the Earth and crosses in front of the Sun, Venus will pop out in the morning sky. That's when we call it the morning star. Then, as Venus swings behind the Sun, it will shift from being visible in the morning to sparkling in the evening sky, like it is now. And that's when we call it the evening star.
Venus shifts a little bit each day. The stars keep flying in formation, but Venus goes it alone. Over the course of a season, if we trace Venus's place in the sky at the same time every day, it makes this big loop. Then, if we chart the motion over the course of 8 years, we get some interesting patterns. Venus's retrograde motion comes in 5 forms: a squiggle down, a loop down, a zigzag, a loop up, and a squiggle up. 5 patterns in 8 years. Then the pattern repeats itself almost exactly.
The ancient Mayans were crazy about Venus. After observing the planet for centuries, the Mayans developed an incredibly accurate set of Venus tables that could predict where Venus would be in the sky for years. After 500 years, the tables would only be off by 1 day. The Mayans noticed this retrograde motion and the 5 different patterns that it formed. They gave each manifestation of Venus a personality represented by the 5 different creatures on the Venus tables.
Let's leave Venus in the west and turn to the eastern sky. There we'll find the moon next to 2 star-like objects. The one closest to the moon, just to the left of it, is the blue star Spica in the constellation Virgo the Maiden. The other object is the ringed planet Saturn. This inconspicuous planet is amazing to see in a telescope, and you'll be seeing a lot of it since it's now closest to the Earth for the year.
Up a lot higher in the southeastern sky, you'll discover another pair of stars, but look closely because one is decidedly redder than the other. The one on the right is the star Regulus in the constellation Leo the Lion. The redder one on the left is the planet Mars. Mars has an interesting retrograde motion too. Let's check it out up close.
Mars generally moves east across the background stars day by day by day. But for a while it will stop, turn around, and head west, but just for a little while. Then it'll stop and head back east again.
What a crazy motion. Imagine the headaches these Martian loop-de-loops caused the ancient astronomers.
What's happening is, when the Earth catches up to slower Mars, it changes our perspective. Mars will appear to reverse course and go backwards across the stars. When the Earth passes Mars enough, it appears to stop and then head forward again.
So, find 4 planets in the evening skies this week: Jupiter, Venus, Mars, and Saturn.
And watch Venus and Mars moving in retrograde.
Keep looking up.